What's good, everybody? It is Ace here, back with another props video for you guys. Yesterday was a great day. So I only did Rocket League yesterday for the pro members and the lifetime members, and I went 6-2 on the slate, so 75%. Evo over 7.5 saves. That was a tough chalk. He had like 4 saves in the first game, and then the next 3 games he was doing hard cardio. But it is what it is. 6-2, can't complain about that though. Also, Bovada, I don't know if any of you guys are on Bovada, the sports book, but they have Rocket League money lines, so you could pick which team's gonna win their series, and those are just absolutely free. 9 out of 10 times, it's super easy to predict who's gonna win the series in Rocket League. So I've been getting on Bovada, and I've just been loving that platform, because they're the only platform that I know of that does Rocket League money lines and things of that nature. So over the weekend, for official plays for Rocket League, we went 24-11, so 69%, of course, 69, and also 4 pushes. So that doesn't include 4 pushes. So I mean, you could round that up to 70%. You could be nice, round that up to 70 for me, because that's that's not including the 4 pushes. So very 70%. That's on PrizePicks, guys. This ain't chalkboard alt lines. This is PrizePicks, 70% over the weekend. There are a bunch of new teams in Rocket League, so it's hard to kind of predict how the games are going to go. So realistically, the props are going to have better hit rates throughout the course of the season. So the fact that I was able to go 70% the first weekend on 35 props, I'm very excited for the future. Star plays went 2-0. Star plays are basically just my favorite plays. They went undefeated, so a lot of people paired the 2 star plays together and low-key nuked it. And yeah, those were 2-0. So very good weekend. And then today, or Sunday in general, was a pretty good day. We had this hit, and then Sports Quack, which is terrible names, absolutely terrible. They added Rocket League as well. They're like one of the only other apps that has Rocket League props. They added Rocket League, so I hit this 10x on there. And then I'm telling you, the money line slip, it's minus 300 odds, right? So I mean, it's pretty easy, but combine them up, it's like a free. You put like 1.5 units, that's a free 1 unit. So, and then also I hit this crazy prop on Bovada. You can guess. So in Rocket League, there are best of 7 series, so you can guess how many games a team's gonna win in. So I put G2 winning 4-1 plus 330 odds in it. That was a crazy hit. But yeah, this weekend has been absolutely amazing for Rocket League. It's only going to get better throughout the course of the season, like I said. So make sure you guys are copying your memberships. Starter membership does not have Rocket League, but it still has all my NBA props, NFL, MLB props, premium chat as well, and then weekly watch parties that are held in the Discord server. So if you don't want to get the Rocket League membership, you don't have to. Pro membership is the same as the starter, but it includes Rocket League. And then lifetime is a one-time $250 purchase that gives you everything starter and pro membership has, but you also get access to Rocket League World Championship props. So the Rocket League World Championship is going to be in September, and those props are the best props. Last year I made 100 units just in 10 days from the Rocket League World Championship props in specific. So you're going to get access to those, and then you get exclusive props and slips from the Plus EV Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, which is $60 a month that I pay for. So you guys are going to get that as well for free, included with lifetime. Last month, the Optimizer slips went up 17 units over the course of the month, just from the Optimizer. So lifetime has been making their bread back very quickly. Those are the memberships. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is going to be in the YouTube description. Make sure you guys join. Make sure you guys join the Discord. When you join the Discord, you got to go here. It says verify here. You got to click that. You got to verify yourself, and then you'll be able to see like the free chats. If you want to join the Discord, or if you want to join the premium, my Discord is up here, my username, I mean. You just click that, and then you DM me, or you could go to the general chat, and then you could just like do what these people did. They tagged me and they're like, what up, I want to join the premium, and then I DM'd them back, and then I got them in the Discord server, or in the premium, sorry. So yeah, that's how you join. So make sure you guys join up. Great value in the Discord. But let's get into the props. I got 3 props for you guys, 2 regular props, 1 goblin prop. So let's get into it. The first prop is going to be Anthony Davis over 21.5 first half PRA. So let's look at the numbers for that. If we go ahead and look at Anthony Davis, if I can spell his name, Jesus. Anthony Davis, first half PRA. First half, 21.5. If we look at games where he gets 16 plus first half minutes, because he's averaging 18.5 on the season. So anything below 16 is a huge outlier. If we look at 16 plus minutes in the first half, Davis is over this line in 3 straight games and over this line in his last 8 out of 9 games. So very, very good hit rate recently. He's been hooping like crazy. So very, 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 very good momentum for Davis recently. And this picture right here, this is Anthony Davis's shot chart in his last 10 first half games. So in his last 10 games, this is his first half shot chart. If you're new to the channel, the dark blue circles are the makes and the non-shaded in light blue circles are misses. So as you see, if you look at the makes that he's hitting, he's scoring insanely well from shots that are less than 10 feet. He's just absolutely killing it there. And then his other hot spot has been the paint. He's scoring a lot from the paint. Anywhere else, he's basically not scoring that much at all. It's really only from less than 10 feet and the paint. So if we look at the matchup for Davis, he's playing the Charlotte Hornets, who we know are very, very weak against centers. But just to reiterate, if we look at teams, opponents shooting less than 10 feet, I butchered that, but the Charlotte Hornets are allowing the highest field goal percentage in the whole league in their last 10 games against shots that are less than 10 feet, which is where Davis gets a bulk of his points. Look at all those baskets that he's making. Hornets are allowing the highest field goal percentage against shots less than 10 feet in their last 10 games. And as for the paint shooting, Hornets are also allowing the highest field goal percentage against paint shots in their last 10 games. So this is quite literally the best matchup in the whole entire NBA for Anthony Davis. Both of his hotspots where he basically only scores from below less than 10 feet and the paint, Hornets are allowing the highest field goal percentage in both of those zones on the court. So absolutely amazing, advantageous matchup for Davis. He did play them a month and a half ago, and he had 27 first half PRA against them. So he has the head-to-head history as well. Specifically, in the last 30 days, the Hornets are allowing the most points per game, the 3rd most rebounds per game, and the 12th most assists per game to centers, just in general. So very, very good matchup. Also, Anthony Davis, just a little tidbit here. Anthony Davis is top 7 in the whole league in post-up points and pick and roll man points. He's top 7 in the league in both of those categories, and the Hornets are allowing the 4th most points per game to both post-up points and pick and roll man points in the whole league this season. So very, very good matchup in the ways that he likes to score as well in specific, not only just the zones. So really the best matchup that Davis can possibly get. If he doesn't hit, he doesn't hit. Like, this is literally the best matchup that he can get. And he's had a great hit rate recently against teams that have had a worse matchup. So best matchup he could get. Also, if we look at centers with 20 plus usage and 16 plus minutes in the first half, game logs against the Hornets, the last 8 out of 9 centers to fit in those 2 categories have cleared this line against the Hornets. The only one that went under was Bam Adebayo, and he had like 19 first half PRA, and he's clearly not as good as Anthony Davis, so I'm not really worried about that. The last 8 out of 9 centers with those 2 categories have gone over this line against the Hornets. So Davis fits both of those categories, by the way, so I'm liking that prop a lot. Another prop on PrizePicks that I have for you guys is going to be Cameron Johnson under 5.5 rebounds. So he's coming off a 7 rebound game. So you're probably like, why are you taking this under? He just had 7 rebounds. I want to talk about that 7 rebound game, okay? So the numbers that he had in this 7 rebound game are huge outliers. You guys remember the under assists like from a week or 2 ago when I went under on Maxey and I went under on Lillard, and I was like, these guys have gone over recently, but you know, these numbers are just unsustainable. You guys remember those hit rate or those write-ups? Okay, this is very, very similar. So let's look into why that is. So last game, right, Brooklyn Nets, he had 7 rebounds. Let's see why. If we look at the numbers, Cameron Johnson, he had 10 rebound chances in this game against the 76ers, and he converted that into 7 rebounds, okay? So that is a 70% conversion rate, and that is 10 rebound chances. So let's go ahead and look at his last 10 games, okay? He had 10 rebound chances, and he converted that into 7, so 70% conversion rate. If we look at his last 10 games, Cameron Johnson is only averaging 7 rebound chances, so that's 3 less. That's a huge... That's almost, wait, that's a little more, that's like 31%, yeah, 31% less than last game, and he's only converted that into 4.1 rebounds. So that's a 60% conversion rate. So that game, last game, was a 10% conversion rate discrepancy and a 31% rebound chance discrepancy. Also, interestingly enough, these last 10 games are obviously including his last game where he just had 10. So even with that huge outlier game, he's still averaging very, very low rebound chances, a low conversion rate, and low rebound numbers as a result of those two things. So that was a very, very outlier game from Cameron Johnson. The rebound chances that he's getting and the rebounds that he's actually getting in his last 10 games have just been absolutely abysmal. So if he does it again, then he does it again. Like, it is what it is. But that game was a huge outlier from Johnson. Also, Ben Simmons is out for this game, and Dennis Smith Jr. is probable for this game. So you're probably thinking, I thought the same thing too. I was like, oh, Ben Simmons is out. Damn, it sucks, because he's going to be snagging a ton of rebounds. But it is not necessarily the case exactly. So if we look at games this season where when Ben Simmons was out and Dennis Smith Jr. was in, Cameron Johnson has actually gone under this line in 8 straight games, only averaging 3.25 rebounds per game in that span of 8 games, which is terrible. He needs 6 rebounds to chalk us, and he's been averaging 3 rebounds per game with Smith Jr. in and Ben Simmons out. So Dennis Smith Jr. is probable for this game, so he should be playing. And if he does play, then that is huge for this under, because he's just not been rebounding very well with Dennis Smith Jr. out there on the court. And whole season-wise, he's gone under this line in 73% of games, only averaging 4 rebounds per game this season. Dennis Smith Jr. playing and Ben Simmons out. Also, this prop is currently minus 163 on the under on Pinnacle, which I've said it before, I'll say it again, sharpest sportsbook in the world. So I'll take that 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10 on PrizePicks. Minus 160 on the under, that's great. So this will probably get bumped down. I think Davis will get bumped up too, because that read is just elite. Literally the best matchup in the league. I don't see how that doesn't get bumped down. And then I also have a goblin for you guys. So let's go ahead and look at that goblin. It is going to be Darius Garland over 2.5 assists. So let's look at this. Darius Garland over 2.5 assists. You could throw this in a 2-man if you want to get a little extra payout. This should hit no matter what, but or fade it if you don't like the payout. If it's not enough for you, then there's no reason for you to take it, right? But he's over in all 23 out of 23 games this season, which is misleading. This is this is misleading information, because Garland has been on a minutes restriction in his last 3 games, where he's only playing 24 minutes. But in those last 3 games, he has still gone over this line in all 3 out of 3 of those games. 14 assists, that's like 4.67 assists per game in his last 3 games with that same minutes restriction. So I'm not worried about the minutes restriction, because he's gone over in all 3 out of 3 games with that minutes restriction. Also, if we look at Darius Garland, when he plays less than 25 minutes or less, 26 minutes or less, he's gone over this line in obviously all games, because he's gone over this line in every single game this season. But more specifically, when he plays 26 minutes or less, he's averaging 4.6 assists per game in that span. So he's been hitting this, like I said, with that minutes restriction. Also, in his last 2 games with the minutes restriction, he's averaging 10 potential assists per game, which is very, very high. He only needs a 30% conversion rate in order to clear this line. And if we go ahead and look at the matchup, the Kings are allowing the 10th most assists per game to point guards in the last 30 days. So very, very good matchup, like in that goblin. So these are the 3 plays. Anthony Davis over 21.5 first half PRA, Cameron Johnson under 5.5 rebounds, and Garland over 2.5 assists. So if you guys want all my plays, I have some more plays out in the Discord right now as we're speaking. A few of them have already been bumped and taken off the board. So you would have missed that value. You guys missed out that value if you're not in the premium. So make sure you guys join the premium. Link is in the description of this video. Make sure you guys cop your memberships. Rocket League will be back next weekend as well. So, or this weekend, it's already Monday technically. So this weekend, 4 days from now. 4 days from now, Rocket League will be back. So make sure you guys cop those pros and lifetime memberships and lock in, get your picks. Let's cash out. People that joined this weekend for Rocket League have already made their money back from 1 weekend. So it's been amazing in the Discord, very, very good. But yeah, if you're liking these props, leave a like, leave a comment down below if you're liking the reasoning. And if you're tailing as well, let me know. I'm interested to see how many of you guys are tailing. So have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Everybody have a good Monday. Positive vibes today. Have a good one. Catch you on the next video. Deuces.